greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. With Clash at the Castle less than 2 weeks away, Monday Night Raw delivered a jam-packed show. What did you think about it, Matthew?
I don't mind if the shows being, like they're being premium live events almost kind of right after one another. But just Clash at the Castle, the only thing that worries me is all the current champions, basically, I believe, are probably just going to retain. And it is what it is. It's okay. The way that the show opened up was, I believe, Liv Morgan coming out to the ring. Dominic actually tried coming out afterwards, trying to stop her from just like mouthing off lately. And man, they're after all the stupid sex BS with Vince and all that stuff, they're really going deep with this Liv Morgan and Dominic, basically trying to tell her off. But Finn Balor had to show up, of course, and tell Morgan to leave it, to kind of, just get out of their way. But Dom, he's a bit hesitant, and they're teasing a little bit more into that as the week goes on.
Yeah, for sure. They're teasing this storyline. The crowd seems to be behind it. Got them on their feet. What got them on their feet next was Sheamus getting attacked by Ludwig Kaiser backstage before they got into their match that was coming up next. Sheamus just absolutely getting his knee blown out from underneath of him.
Oh, dude.
And it paid dividends in their match.
100%. And I mean, Kaiser even attacked him before the match, too. You know what I mean? This was during Sheamus's entrance. So Sheamus was at a bit of a disadvantage. Brute strength by both men. Sheamus, I mean, this guy's chest is already destroyed within the first 2 minutes of the match. But Kaiser, he was able to pick the W by tripping Sheamus, I think, on that middle turnbuckle.
Sheamus going for that white noise, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it done on the second rope. Kaiser picking them up, getting that roll-up victory.
Such a good match, though. They had good wrestling all around tonight. Finn Balor versus Dragon Lee. Oh, finally, Dragon Lee is thrown back into it. Guy's absolutely insane. The way he can move is just incredible. He and Balor, they're so good in the ring. Finn Balor, he was honestly one of my favorites. And, after he got injured and lost a Universal title, what he's doing is working for him, but just nothing compares to what he was way back when. But good matchup between these two. Finn Balor actually defeated Dragon Lee here. Of course, Judgment Day, some shenanigans goes down. But then Ray and Braun Strowman come out as Judgment Day actually attacks Dragon Lee after this. Oh my God. Braun just has been decimating the Judgment Day. And hopefully Judgment Day can shut him up within, the end of the night. And wow, I love what they're doing with both teams.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I really like what they're doing with Braun Strowman, giving him TV time as we saw him in a match later in the night against Carlito, which we'll get into shortly.
Absolutely. Alpha Academy and Sami Zayn out next. Oh boy, this is interesting. Chad Gable just still giving demands. We thought Otis was going to break. Maxine was getting into it too, and fortunately not. And Otis attacked Sami Zayn. Hopefully, Gable wins thanks to Alpha Academy. I think it's Clash of the Castle for that IC title, or whenever they end up doing it. But Otis, man, he's slowly giving in.
For sure. You could definitely say that again. You could see the torment in Otis week after week, really depending on whether Chad Gable is going to straighten himself up or he's just going to continue being a jerk. And it looks like all Chad Gable cares about is that IC title and not
he's
Alpha Academy anymore.
He's a dick, and he won't stop till he gets that title. But what we got next was just absolutely incredible. Bron Breakker and Ricochet finally giving Breakker some, not just TV time, but some in-ring time, because he's just somebody different. He is just insane. Bron Breakker, it's not that he decimates Ricochet. He beats Ricochet. Ricochet really gave a good fight, but nothing can stop a Bron Breakker right now, and what they're doing with him is very special because he's over the crowd, and he's going to be one of the big ones, and you could feel that early on.
Yeah, for sure. Ilya Dragunov coming out to save Ricochet because Braun was going for those steel steps again, which set up a match for Ilya and Bron Breakker next week, which I cannot wait for.
That's going to be absolutely insane. We got some interesting talent for our next matchup. Kiana James, who was recently brought up, totally kind of forgot she was thrown onto the red brand. I'm sorry. Versus, as Michael Cole says, the boat Natalia. Whenever Natalia comes out the screen, it's kind of like Nia Jax. I just kind of cringe. But it was a clear indication of how, good experiences in the business. James defeats Natalia here. Natalia helps put her over, of course. But you know what? Kiana James looking good. Natalia putting over stars isn't horrible, but she did tease something after in a backstage kind of pass through. Hopefully teasing a change thanks to her late and great uncle. But could we see heel Natalia coming very soon? I think so. Strowman versus Carlito was next. Oh my god. The crowd was having so much fun with this match. You know what I mean? Braun Strowman was just such a powerhouse. He's a big dude. That big son of a bitch. And then you got Carlito. I mean, until McDonough and Balor kind of show up, right, to distract him, it didn't really work. And he still beat Carlito. Kind of a squash, but I guess, they had to throw Carlito into the mix. But definitely some interesting stuff. And McDonough, I think, was hammering away at Braun Strowman with the chair after the match. But luckily, McDumba didn't screw anything up tonight. But I know he will very soon.
Oh, you could say that again. And the matches just kept coming hot and heavy as Adam
Dude.
came out announcing a impromptu tag team championship match between Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus the tag team champions on the women's side, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Absolutely insane. I mean, Baszler and Stark were called out by Bianca Belair and Cargill, and they said they want a match. And frig it, let's throw titles on the line. Pierce comes out. Of course, he makes that official. Definitely a good match here. Cargill and Bianca won by DQ. I know we all knew that these two wouldn't have, lost the titles tonight. As Belair was able to take the dub here with a KOD, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire actually attack her to cause a DQ. Interesting. They're doing something with Alba and Isla. It's working, and they're throwing them into that women's title shot, and I'm pumped for it.
You and me both, man. As it panned to them backstage after discussing why they did their attack on Jade and Bianca, saying they're tired of waiting around for their championship opportunities and they're going to take it and they're looking for it at Clash at the Castle.
But let's know one thing, Shayna and Zoe, they looked really good. Before we get into our lovely AOP matchup, Jey Uso kind of hypes the crowd up, coming out from the crowd talking on the mic saying he's going to be the new Mr. Money in the Bank, and the crowd just eats with him. He's so over nonetheless. Tag team match in next. Akam and Razor here versus Xavier Woods and Kofi. Whenever Tyrion comes on screen, it's not that I cringe, it's just I want to feel something, and I'm just not feeling it. But Woods brushed off a huge hit by AOP, but it just wasn't enough. I think it was Akam got
their double power bomb there to pick up the victory.
Bro, they are just incredible. Akam and Razor, the way they work together. They're two powerful men, and if they're booked right, they can definitely excel. AOP, they're slowly growing on me. But we'll see what this group has.
Talk about what grew on me next, man. Bringing us right to our main event between Damien Priest, our World Heavyweight Champion, and Rey Mysterio. What a match.
What a match, bro. I mean, Rey Mysterio has been doing this for over 20 years, and he is just so good in that ring. Tonight was something different. Tonight was something to indicate that Rey isn't done yet. You know what I mean? He did so good tonight. It was insane, and we haven't seen something like this in quite some time from Rey. A few members of Judgment Day come out, taking out Lee, who was ringside for Rey Mysterio. And then Priest hit a South of Heaven for a win. Totally didn't see the World Heavyweight Champion losing, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Just an absolutely stacked show from top to bottom. Backstage segments, matches throughout the night. Triple H certainly delivered, and it's got me hyped up for Clash at the Castle.
Oh, brother, they know what they're doing. They're definitely throwing us so many different new stories, you know what I mean? It feels good, and it makes the product look good for sure, and everybody's getting some good time. Drew McIntyre attacks Damien after this match with a Computer Shock TDT and picking up that world title. We got a reminiscence of what comes in 2 weeks, and then throwing through the announcers table. What a chaotic way to end the show. Judgment Day on top. Looked good. Damn, Drew McIntyre got decimated.
Oh, for sure. I just can't wait to see what happens next week. Let us know what you guys think about the show. Always like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.